Okay guys, welcome back again. Today I'm going to talk about actually the interview between the President of the United States and the President of South Africa. Because I talk about it kind of shortly and so on, but today we're going to talk about it from a perspective of what, first of all, we're going to expose the 6 lies, and I'm going to put a video here to go into details about that whole genocide lie that we now know. Obviously everybody knows, even the people that wants to take the side of the President of the United States, they actually know that they are lying. This is a problem that I have with people. When you realize that what you believe was a lie, just come out and admit it. But no, people are willing to actually lose people's lives or let people lose their lives because of a lie that they know is a lie, just for the sake of comforting their ego and protecting the fact that they were wrong about something. So let's go in details about that video first. I mean, 6 lies is a lot to be exposed. And I think the good thing about it is that white people and black people are alike. It's like we are standing together. It's not like a white and black thing anymore. It's like even white people knows that these are lies. There's no white genocide in South Africa. And it's impossible for a genocide to happen and only 49 people come. Come on guys, even those people that believe it, why do you think somebody will leave his mom in a genocide and come running? These are opportunists. All those 49 people, none of them had farms, and no one can prove it. That's the funny thing about it. No one can prove that, which is so funny. Even the news that are trying to say that, oh no, that's really, those people are really going through genocide. Really? Apparently farmers has been taken? Which farmers? Why isn't there 49, probably, okay, let me say some of them are children. Like at least there should be 30 empty farms reported after these people has left, but none of that is reported. So anyway, let me put the video on.
U.S. President Donald Trump made several false statements and misrepresented some facts during a contentious Oval Office meeting on Wednesday with South African President Cyril Ramaphosa. Here's a look at some of the claims made by Trump about the alleged persecution of South Africa's white minority. Number 1, there is a genocide of white farmers in South Africa.
Persecution or genocide going on.
This conspiracy theory has been propagated by some fringe groups of white South Africans since the end of apartheid in 1994. It's been circulating in global far-right chat rooms for at least a decade. Supporters point to murders of white farmers in remote, rural areas as proof of a politically orchestrated campaign rather than ordinary violent crime, and accuse the government of being complicit. The government strongly denies this. South Africa has one of the world's highest murder rates, and police recorded over 26,000 murders in 2024. 44 were linked to farming communities, and of those, 8 were farmers. Data collected by white farmers themselves also does not support the notion of genocide.
People who do get killed, unfortunately through criminal activity, are not only white people. Majority of them are black people.
Number 2, the government is expropriating land from white farmers without compensation, including through violent land seizures, in order to distribute it to black South Africans.
But you do allow them to take land.
No.
You do allow them to take land.
The South African government has a policy of attempting to redress inequalities in land ownership that are a legacy of apartheid and colonialism. But no land has been expropriated, and the government has instead encouraged white farmers to sell their land willingly. Some 3/4 of privately owned farmland is in white hands, who make up less than 8% of the population. A law signed by Ramaphosa in January that allows the state to expropriate land in the public interest in rare cases without compensating the owner requires authorities to first try to reach an agreement. It still hasn't been used. Number 3. The Kill the Boer song. Trump played a video clip of the song in which some black South Africans call to murder Afrikaners. The song dates back to the resistance against apartheid. 3 South African courts have ruled against attempts to designate the song as hate speech on the basis that it is a historical liberation chant, not a literal incitement to violence. Number 4.
Both sides of the road, you have crosses.
Trump played a video clip showing a long line of white crosses on the side of a highway, which Trump said were burial sites for white farmers.
Those people were all killed.
Have they told you where that is, Mr. President?
The crosses did not mark actual graves. The video was made in September 2020 during a protest against farm murders. An organizer told South Africa's public broadcaster at the time that the crosses represented farmers who had been killed over the years. Number 5. Trump held up a sheet of paper with a picture of people lifting body bags.
These are all white farmers that are being buried.
The image actually shows humanitarian workers burying bodies in the city of Goma in the Democratic Republic of Congo. It's a screen grab of this Reuters video taken in February following deadly battles against Rwanda-backed M23 rebels who had captured the city. Number 6.
Just put this on, it's right behind you.
The opening scene of the White House video shows Julius Malema of the Marxist Economic Freedom Fighters, or EFF, in Parliament announcing,
"People are going to occupy land. We require no permission from you, from the president."
There was also another clip of him pledging to expropriate land. Some land has been illegally occupied over the years, mostly by desperate squatters with nowhere to go, although some land seizures are politically motivated. The land is usually unused, and there is no evidence the EFF orchestrated any land invasions.
Now I actually understand why the South African president was quite surprised when he saw those crosses, because he had no clue where that was. He even asked, "Where is that, Mr. President?" And then the president obviously sarcastically say, "It's South Africa," as if I got you. But you know what? To be quite honest, from this interview, Trump actually exposed himself much more than he thought he was going to expose the South African president, to be quite honest. He is exposed. Yeah, anyway, so let's go to the next one, which is about the question that Trump continues saying, you know, after the South African president explained about, like, there's crime in South Africa and so on, he keep on saying that, but the farmers are white. So what if the farmers are white?
There is criminality in our country. People who do get killed, unfortunately, through criminal activity, are not only white people. Majority of them are black people. And we have now
The
been
farmers are
utilized.
black. The farmers are not black.
We-
I don't
now-
say that's good or bad, but the farmers are not black.
So I don't know what you think about that. The concentration on, but the farmers are white, is actually something that I don't know whether Trump realized that exposes him even further more to the knowledge of he's just being a racist, and he helped those people mainly because they are white. Because there's no explanation, and I'm going to put a video here that I share on my TikTok channel, which is going viral, about, I think his name is Chris von Hollen, I think, where he said that you have actually put a stop on the Sudanese application, who are actually literally going through a real genocide, to just give favor to these white South Africans. Guys, this is not a genocide. This is like favoritism. It's just Trump trying to help white people who are going through not a genocide, but probably they just don't have jobs, or, you know, because these are not farmers, we know that by now. And but stopping immigration from all other areas, like obviously the Congo, black people, Sudanese, black people, Gaza, obviously the Palestinians are not, you know, white. So we just have to come out and just be honest with ourselves and not just sugarcoat something. And I'm so disappointed in Pastor Chris. Let me put that video and then we're going to talk about Pastor Chris.
The president of South Africa is currently at the White House in the United States to see President Trump. And I listened a little bit to the dialogue. And three things got my attention. You know, he was quite comfortable. The man is a strategic negotiator. That is the president of South Africa, and I give him credit for that. He's a smart man. But he was totally unprepared. He was totally unprepared. When he became very comfortable and everything looked nice, he came up with the issues about the South African farmers who the president said were being oppressed and being persecuted and being killed. And he brought it up. He brought it up and tried to tell the president of the United States that, you know, it's not really what's going on in our country. Our country, you know, things are going on better and all that. And the president said, so who are they dying? What's happening to them? He downplayed it.
I'm disappointed in Pastor Chris. I don't know whether maybe they chased him out of South Africa or what kind of hatred he's having about, you know, against the South African president. Because I feel like this is a brother. This is your brother. You have been living in South Africa for so many years. And now you are putting him down. Apparently Trump exposed him. Trump didn't expose the South African president. To be quite honest, this is what the Bible actually says. If I have to go to the Bible, because now I'm quoting Pastor Chris, everything works out for good. The South African president was not exposed. Actually, this is what they call everything works out for good, meaning that what you meant for bad actually is turned for good by God himself. Because guess what? The president of the divided states was actually exposed. Now his racism, which has been quite under, you know, the bridge and so on, has been brought to the surface. Now every single person knows that the president of the divided states, he is racist. No negotiation about it. For those who have been doubting whether he is, when you see us, you know, now we know that he is. Because nothing can convince anybody that, even the questions that he asked, especially that one when he said, but the farmers are white, has already exposed him. But even the fact that apparently he brought 49 people from a genocide, 49? What about the others? Those that remain, and this is the thing, most white South Africans actually love being in South Africa. And to be quite honest, they know that they're not going through a genocide. They're just going through equality. You know, they want land expropriation without compensation, and that land that is being taken is actually land that they're not using. Okay? Anyway, guys, take care.
Kelly